I want to have the freedom to not see poop. That is the freedom that I want. Furry Vaush fan donated, I shit you not, $100 over 4 donations saying this. Why are school shooters so fucking autistically stupid? Wouldn't it make more sense to wait 10 years and then get them, the bullies, at the high school reunion? Big thoughts so far. And then they sent another dono which repeated the first one. And then they said, hey Vaush, what do you think of the failure of sites like Furry Life Online, and do you believe over censorship by a fetish site dooms its foreseeable future? And then the last question from this furry sociopath, can you recommend any furry sites as an alternative to Fur Affinity? P.S. I love you. So, yeah, average Vaush viewer. We have a couple of things to address here. A few things to unpack. First of all, the least autistically stupid thing to do is to not shoot up anyone, my friend. That's my position, okay? If you want to be based and red-pilled, you don't shoot anyone up. That's my position, okay? Also, to give it a kind of serious answer, I think that generally speaking, people who do school shootings aren't just attacking their bullies. Like, isn't it usually like they have severe emotional problems caused by alienation from their community, and they feel like the whole community is responsible for that alienation? I think there's more to it than that, but that's the vibe that I've gotten. Don't shoot anyone. As for the failure of Furry Life Online, I'm afraid I don't know that website. I don't really go on furry websites. Yeah, I know that e621.net is a big furry site. Wasn't yiffers.xyz a good one for a while? But they stopped maintaining or updating it. And also, like, any Western drawn porn site archive is going to have furry porn, like e-hentai or whatever. Not that I would know. Yeah, go ask Adam from YMS. Yeah. And does censorship by a fetish site doom it for its foreseeable future? No, some kind of censorship is fine. For example, like furry lolly shit or whatever. If you don't want that in your site, I think that's based, actually. I think that's based and red-pilled, you know? If you wanna put on your 1984 goggles and censor that shit, absolutely. Just fucking rubber stamping everything, yeah. Also, personally, I think all porn sites should censor everything having to do with scat. Okay? Everything. I think that e-hentai, I think that if you want that shit, no pun intended, you should have to go to a specialty website, and then after it, you should have to, like, pay me money or something. I don't know. Shit goes in the potty, Yamaro. Yeah, make your own site, okay? Gore should also be censored. So, here's the thing. Yeah, okay, so first off with the scat stuff, okay? The thing that bothers me is that sometimes, like, when I'm like scouring through comics, I don't look at every tag all the time, you know? Like, I'll look at the front cover, and it's like a cute lady or whatever, and I'll think the art style's nice. Let me look at this, okay? And then on page 4, like, she's taking like an arm-sized log shit on someone. Yeah, it's not good, folks. It's not. Most sites have blacklists. Yeah, but do you really want to have to load in the tag minus scat every time you want to, like, find something? Like, I don't know. For me, I feel like I think it should be by default, and you should have to enable being able to see it, okay? Anyway, like, you should have to click a button. Like, you should have to click a button that opens up a window that says, you really want to see people pooping on other people, and then you click that window, and then another one opens saying, really? And then you click that window, and then another one opens saying, we're logging your data. We will be sending all of this to the feds. Do you you sure you want to continue? And then yeah, okay. Yeah, really out here with the negative freedoms, true. I want to have the freedom to not see poop. That is the freedom that I want. The only thing that I'll say about the gore thing is there are 2 types of gore, okay, that are in comics, okay? Sometimes it's like just like there's an action scene and someone gets shot, but it doesn't have anything to do with the sex, and the sex isn't like gore sex or whatever. And then sometimes the gore is explicitly a fetish element, and I don't think the tags always distinguish between those, you know? Like, if it's like a 200-page comic, and it's like a D&D, like, world thing, and it's like, I'm killing a goblin, bonk, and, like, you bonk the goblin, but it's not a sex thing, but then later the sex happens, like, I don't think that's really, like, gore. I mean, it's gore in the comic, but it's not. It's not like an element that ruins the. Sometimes that gets marked Guro, which I think is dumb, right? Like, what if it's no? I know that's not Guro, but sometimes that gets added as a tag. Like, this is Guro because in page 3, someone gets their arm cut up in like a sword fight, and then like 20 pages later there's sex or something. Like, yeah, you know? Yeah, Guro, yeah. Anyway, moving on.